Hello, my friends. My name is Laura Mordell. I'm the facilitator of the Vitality Movement and a conscious business consultant. And I want to talk today about the effect that marketing and advertising has on the collective. So I genuinely believe that your marketing can be used to heal and inspire people versus some of the more popular ways that marketing is used today. Like there's a lot of scarcity or convincing people that they're not good enough unless they have this, or they're not going to be successful unless they purchase this. A lot of the marketing and advertising is set up in such a way, whether it's subtly or not so subtly, to make people feel like they are not good enough. And what happens when this is the norm, right? This is just how marketing is, quote unquote, is that it has a tremendous effect on the collective consciousness, like what people believe about themselves, what people believe about the nature of reality. So for instance, if marketing is constantly pushing scarcity tactics or fear-based tactics, that has an effect on what each person that is consuming that marketing creates in their life, if that makes sense. Because our subconscious takes everything literally, and we are digesting the most advertisements that we have in the history of the world. And people think like, oh, that doesn't affect me. I can look at advertising and it doesn't affect me. Maybe not initially on a conscious level, but your subconscious takes everything literally. That means that if you are repeatedly consuming advertising and marketing, which most of it is currently at like a more fear-based or scarcity-based mentality, then what happens is that starts to have an effect on what you're able to create in your own life. And obviously, maybe what your self-esteem is. Like we see like a lot, like the saying sex sells, or which is obviously, shifts like, for instance, beliefs about women or how women feel about their bodies. And this is the downside to advertising. But I truly believe that you can use your marketing and your advertising to be a force for good in the world. And oftentimes what this looks like is using your voice, one, to tell people that they're okay. Like we need to hear this, because as the world is currently set up with a lot of like the social media, it's like we have the highlight reel constantly. A lot of us believe that if we're not perfect, we're not lovable. I have a friend coming to visit. If we're not perfect, we're not lovable. And so using your marketing as a force for good to remind people the inherent truth that we all know on a soul level, that you are good enough. You don't have to do or be anything in order to be loved. And what happens when we're repeatedly told this over and over again is that we spend our lives looking outside of ourselves in order to feel good enough. And we don't even realize that part of it is the effect that marketing and advertising has on us on a subconscious level, as well as the roles we play in society, which kind of reinforce those patterns, if that makes sense. So you can choose, though, to make your marketing a force for good on the planet. And that means before you go to write a social media post, or you go to write a sales page, or even when you go to help a client, really asking like, how can I best serve this person? Oftentimes, if you go into your heart, you're able to provide information for them that is going to be of a healing nature. And then people want to work with you because you are helping them, not because you're making them feel defective for what they are not, if that makes sense. And where I'm seeing marketing going as we shift back into love-based consciousness is more of an educational opportunity for business owners to educate people on the true nature of humanity, which is love. And so really holding up all of your marketing and advertisement with, is this in alignment with love? Is it doing even your marketing or advertising, is it providing a service that makes the world a better place? Or is it making people feel defective and not good enough? And the more you're able to do that, the more you're able to align your business to positive change on humanity. And even if just the businesses change the way that they were running their marketing and advertising, we would seriously change the world, because the marketing and advertising is all over the place and people are constantly consuming it, which has an effect on their subconscious, which has an effect on their reality. So I challenge you to use your marketing as a force for good in the planet. And I want to hear from you. Who do you think is doing a really great job as showing up in service to the world through their advertising and marketing? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Thank you so much. Please feel free to like and share this video and spread the conscious business consulting concept so we can change businesses so they're a force for good and shift consciousness on the planet. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.